So Richard, you have a little vineyard here. You call it the smallest vineyard in Paso Robles.
Yeah.
I've had your wine. It's absolutely stunning. Can you tell me what made you want to become a vintner on top of a songwriter?
I never planned to be a vintner. I never planned to have a vineyard. If you'd asked me 12 or 15 years ago, I said, you're going to have a vineyard, I'd have laughed in your face. But I always collected Cabernet. I met some great people back in Ocean City, Maryland, on the days I traveled back there and performed, entertained, and some great people like Paul Long and John Fager. And they kind of taught me the ropes to wine, and it happened, a lot of times happened to be Cabernet. So Paul especially took a affinity. He just loved talking about it. Got me excited about it. We tasted some great wines. He had a great cellar from 1945 back. I mean, he had old cabs from France. And it kind of spoiled me early on. And he says, you know, you can find a lot of this if you'll just research at your wine stores, et cetera, et cetera. So I went around and just asked people and found better wines and ordered futures and started getting into collecting Cabernets and great premier growths from France like Chateau Margaux, Chateau Lafite, Rothschild and stuff. Collected it in the day. Would have never thought I'd have a vineyard, but I always loved Cabernet. So we ended up moving out of LA to get out of the cement jungle a little bit, come up to the country, which I've always liked, a little rural situation. Bought me a little tractor and started working the land, which I loved, and I put a tiny, small vineyard in, and it grew a little bit. I never expected to have a great grape like we've got, but it's all about the grape. If you have a great grape, you can make a great wine, but you can't make a great wine from a lousy grape. So we've been very fortunate. Our land, our temperature out here is fantastic, and the Cabernet just loves the night air. It loves the hot sun. And that's kind of how it happened by accident. It was just a little passion. I figured it would be a little hobby, and it turned into something a little better than that and more exciting. So we've been fortunate to have a gold-winning Cabernet called Klender Estate Cabernet, and it's all the work's done by myself here. And, I go prune, I go shoot thin, and dig and all the stuff. In the mornings I'm out there, and in the afternoons I come out here into my studio and I do my first passion, which is my music, and that's my life.